Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka Street Crypto Hub. This is Eureka John, your host, coming at you live at 5:42 in the morning on March 26th, 2021. It is an early morning, man, but it's Friday and the weekend has started. I only worked like 2 days this week, so I'm trying to burn PTO, but still wore out. Yep. But the weekend's here, and then I got another short week next week because of Easter, so I'll take it. Anyway, yes, Friday, March 26, 2021. A lot is going on in the crypto space. There's always something entertaining going on in the crypto space for sure. There's never a shortage of things to talk about. Just want to get it out there. I am not a financial advisor, just a dude who's looking up projects and trying to learn stuff about crypto, and you happen to be watching me, so don't take me too seriously. I get a few views here and there. Sometimes I get some likes, and I've seen some thumbs downs too, and I always wonder, I'm like, what prompts these thumbs down that somebody has to admit, I don't like him or what he's saying or whatever. I don't know what triggers some people to actually actively give a thumbs down. I mean, you can if you want, whatever. It's just I just wonder what I say or do that really irritates somebody enough to where they were gonna go out of their way to give a thumbs down on something, kind of like they must be Yelpers or something. I don't know, but either way, whatever. It's what happens when you go out in public. Can't help it. Always stings a little bit, but you roll with the punches, and you learn and you get better and you keep on trucking every single day. I'm on episode 91, and I looked at my episodes. I think I'm actually on episode 96 or something like that, or 97. But since I've started counting, I'm on episode 91, and I've been doing this consecutively every single morning since February 6th, and then broadcasting in general at times since October 24th, 2020. So, I've learned a lot since I've started this. It forces me to at least read some articles every single night or morning, and to kind of figure out what I want to talk about at least a little bit. And then at the most, I'll dive deeply into a project, and I'll learn a lot. So, I'd say since October 24th, 2020, when I started this broadcast, I have learned a ton, and it's been a bumpy ride, and at times a harsh ride, but overall it's been extremely rewarding, and I love doing this. So thank you guys for as well for your input and feedback and participation as well. It's really kept me going and encouraged me, except for the couple dong noses that gave me thumbs down, but whatever. All right, so let's look at the market today. Let me refresh this page. So $53,374.19 Bitcoin. I believe it hit as low as $50,000 even. At some point yesterday when I logged on at work, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, okay. But hey, I can't believe that people are even complaining that it's hitting 50,000. I mean, this time last year, I think Bitcoin was like at 4,000 during the crypto lockdown crash. I've never dreamed that I would be seeing Bitcoin at 50,000. So I'll take it. It's moving sideways right now. There are a lot of people and institutions buying right now. You may think, okay, so the price is going down or sideways. How are people buying? Well, that's called the OTC market, and it's over-the-counter market. And generally, the OTC market is not for me and you. The OTC market is somebody has $50 million and they go directly to Coinbase or Binance or whatever type of exchange or trading organization, and they bring their suitcase and they say, I want to trade for Bitcoin, and I don't want to do it on the market, and it's not reflected in the market. So the price is not affected. And people ask, well, how did MicroStrategies buy all that Bitcoin and it not affect the market that much, or Square? It's because they put in little orders at a time, and a lot of times they'll do it OTC, and so it doesn't affect the exchanges and the exchange supply and the markets. What happens whenever you put in your order for 0.01 or 0.02 Bitcoin, or you sell 0.01 or 0.2 Bitcoin, or half a Bitcoin, or even 1 Bitcoin? All that accumulates up in the markets. And if somebody were to put in an order for $200 million worth of Bitcoin, it would snatch up and gobble up all these tiny little orders until it meets that $200 level. So that would affect the price on that exchange, and that's why you see one exchange sometimes with a higher or lower price than another exchange, and then the arbitrageurs swoop in there like little vultures and try to make some change off that opportunity between the price differentiation. But that's when you see visible changes in the market, is when large people go to the actual exchanges and then they do spot trades. But a lot of the real work gets done in the background with the OTC markets. And let's see here. As you can see here, institutions are accumulating and piling up Bitcoin right and left. Fidelity to launch Bitcoin ETF as investment giant builds its digital asset business. This is CNBC News. This is mainstream stuff. Fidelity Investments is preparing to launch its own Bitcoin fund as the investments giant works to cement its clout in the market for digital assets. Fidelity Digital Funds Management, a subsidiary of Fidelity, said it plans to provide financial backing for an ETF called the Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust. The fund will track the performance of Bitcoin as measured by the Fidelity Bitcoin Index, which Fidelity created to track the price of the digital currency. And though the world's largest digital asset has struggled in recent weeks, I wouldn't say it's struggled. The current price, around $52,450, is far above where it traded 1 year ago, under $10,000. So, in my previous point, Fidelity Investments is preparing to launch its own Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. So finally, somebody's going to go through with it. I know that there were 5 different applications, and I didn't even include Fidelity here. The firm filed a Form S1, which is basically the application to the SEC to do any type of fund. And this is the one for the let's just click here. Let's open link in a new tab and see what's up. This is the S1. Looks like exciting reading. So I believe Altcoin Buzz yesterday said it. If you want to go to sleep at night really quickly, this is a great way to do it. Print this out and take it to bed with you, or watch it on your tablet. But if you want to know all the details of the Fidelity Digital Asset ETF fund and the S1 application for registration under it, by all means, I'll leave this link in the in the video description. Not me. I like to read a good white paper. I just read a good one on ARK yesterday, but no, I'm not going to be reading the Form S1. Sometimes I think that's what they're hoping for, is you won't read this crap, especially when in bills in Congress. But that's a whole other story. The ETF, if approved by the SEC, will track the performance of Bitcoin as measured by the movement of the Fidelity Bitcoin Index, a barometer the investment giant established to track the price of the digital currency. Whether the FCC approves the plan, however, remains a key question. The regulator has not to date granted any company permission to create a Bitcoin ETF, arguing that the market was not ready despite a growing number of applications. The SEC last week acknowledged a Bitcoin proposal from Van Eck. So although the Fidelity backed trust does not intend to sell Bitcoin, it will use the cryptocurrency to pay certain expenses, which under current IRS guidance will be treated as a sale of such digital currency. Anyway, institutional investment is in. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. This is just the beginning. If you are in it now, you're going to be doing all right in the future. Try to, when in doubt, zoom out. If people yesterday saw nothing but blood in the streets, maybe they should just zoom out and look at the big picture, because when you zoom out, you get a perspective. You get that high level perspective. And let's just take a look real quick at 1 year out. And You know, bam, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. That's all you got to do. You know. Same thing with Ethereum on here. So yeah, don't let your emotions take over. I know when it hits those bloody days, sometimes it's just kind of gets you down in the dumps. And just remember the big picture of why you're in this. And yes, it's to make money, but it is also to kind of see the power and control shift from a lot of these oppressive financial institutions. And you know, they are buying into Bitcoin now, but there is a lot of power and control that is being delegated back to the people and given to the people, which can be seen in how I was able to create my own down payment on a car without worrying about what credit reporting agencies or banks think. Even though my credit is pretty good, I just you know, I didn't have to bend to their will. So here, when in doubt, zoom out. Look at Ethereum right here. You know, so I would take everything for a grain of salt, and also just never invest more than you're willing to lose. Of course, that's a rule in anything, not just crypto. But crypto is new. It is the Wild West, and you know, you're gonna deal with some bloody ups and downs. You know, it's just how it is. So yeah. So yeah, that's that news. Let's look at some more crypto projects here. So Ethereum's at 1622. Personally, in my eyes, I think it's a buy. Tether's back up at number 3. Binance Coin got pushed down to number 4. Cardano is back up at $1.19. It got down to, I believe, as low as $1.10 yesterday. Polkadot taking the number 6 spot at 31.05. XRP at 54 cents. Uniswap up at number 8 at 27.75. Theta gets to be number 9 at 12.63. It has not relinquished its top 10 status. And Litecoin 176.53 and Chainlink 25.75. Chainlink's now 11, so that's the top 11. And then down here of notables, let's see here. We got Filecoin 97.35, up 22.4% in the past 7 days. Let's see what else we have. Okay, Chili's is kind of chilling out a little bit, no pun intended. HBAR. HBAR is staying strong in the low 30s. I do like HBAR. Somebody commented, ETH is a joke. HBAR is, you know, where it's at basically, and I agree. Hashgraph is, in a way, some really interesting and high speed and possibly superior technology. It's just right now the mainstream is trying to wrap their head around blockchain in general. And Ethereum and Bitcoin are the two big names, and they have the network effect, and they have the foundation, and they have been around for a while, so they're not going anywhere. I do hold. I've been increasing my position in HBAR. I believe HBAR has a definite future in this space, and you got to watch out for HBAR. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with it. So yes, get ready. I have stocked up on some HBAR, and I'm going to be interested to see where it goes, especially in light of that article that I covered in my HBAR video regarding HBAR and real-time traffic updates, and then communication between cars in real time using HBAR hashgraph technology. So it could go a lot of places. Elrond is at 136.85. BitTorrent, I bought a bunch of BitTorrent a couple days ago. It went up 1/1000th of a cent since I bought it. So okay, and it just kind of went sideways ever since I bought it. It went up. I bought it, and then now it's sideways. So whatever. But the streaming tokens right now, as I mentioned a couple days ago in the video, are doing very well. So anything that has to do with streaming, audio, Theta, BitTorrent, now Livepeer. I forgot all about Livepeer. A while back I did a video that covered all types of decentralized video and social media platforms and stuff like that, and I briefly touched on Livepeer, and I didn't really understand it at the time, because it's not client facing. This is something that Basically allows people to share their bandwidth on their computer in a similar way that Theta Network does. But Theta Network covers a lot of other things. It can act as a virtual machine, as an Ethereum platform in a way, Ethereum-like platform. It has a DEX, an automatic market maker, and a decentralized exchange. You can do NFTs on there. You can mint your own tokens. So Theta covers a lot of sectors. Livepeer seems to be specifically focusing on the niche of sharing bandwidth. So Livepeer is at 2180. It's jumped up 17.2%. So let's see here. In 1 year, it's gone up $2,922.4%. Yeah, so let's zoom out all the way. Take a look. It's kind of rolling along sideways, bam, shoots up like a rocket. And the faster things soar up to space, the harder they'll come down. So it did come down pretty hard immediately right after that, back down to 20. It got up to 30, went back down to 20, and it seems to be bouncing back up. And a lot of that, I think, has to do with this Grayscale listing bump emerges as Livepeer soars to record high. And then along with all this boom in the streaming crypto projects right now, the video streaming crypto projects. So Livepeer price quickly rallied to a new all-time high shortly after Grayscale Investments revealed a new product offering. Every bull market is marked by a particular trend that catalyzes and sustains the uptrend in asset prices. 1 second here. Okay. So, now where was I? Okay, in late 2020, Ether led the way as the Ethereum network saw a surge in activity due to the growing popularity of the decentralized finance sector and the expectation that the altcoin would rally into Ethereum 2.0 launch. As further signs of institutional money entering the cryptocurrency sector increased, the Grayscale bump has emerged as the newest trend that may trigger rallies in assets that are listed to be added to the Grayscale family of products. This is exactly what happened to Livepeer, a decentralized video streaming network and associated token built on Ethereum that was recently included into a new Grayscale Trust. And we saw this same Grayscale bump happen with Basic Attention token, with the Mana token, and I believe that's part of what is driving a lot of the value right now with Filecoin. So interesting stuff that Livepeer jumped on, because I hadn't really thought much of Livepeer. I did, like I said, do that video about decentralized video and social media platforms, but Livepeer was just kind of an afterthought, and it wasn't really the focus of that video. The focus of that video was on Odyssey, Theta Network, DLive, all those client-facing type of video streaming platforms, so decentralized video streaming platforms. So yeah, man, network activity shows sign of adoption. While it was the Grayscale announcement that might have kickstarted the LPT rally, data from Livepeer Explorer shows that the activity on the network has seen significant growth since August 2020, as seen in the estimated use and fee volumes on the platform. The LPT token offers a variety of features aside from being used to transfer value, including the ability to stake and earn passive income or participate in governance voting to help direct the future of the ecosystem. Community members also have the ability to run a Livepeer node and transcode videos for the network using their GPUs in exchange for rewards paid in the form of Ethereum and Livepeer token. As the internet continues to increase global interconnectedness and a remote working becomes a new norm, video streaming is set to become an essential feature for both professional and leisure activities. Livepeer is well positioned to offer a working decentralized solution of video streaming and rendering, which could lead to further price appreciation for Livepeer. So it's interesting stuff, and like I said, video streaming is becoming the norm rather than the exception. I believe I've mentioned in past videos, I think the future is going not necessarily towards, a lot of jobs are going to be taken, basically, with artificial intelligence and AI and all that. And then I did this whole video of Fetch AI, where all of our activities will be monetized in some way, shape, or form by the data that is collected and given through all of our actions. So everybody will be moving towards a passive income type of economy, and a lot of our labor will be taken over by AI. And so a lot of people will be not necessarily shareholders, because I think the stock market is going to be tokenized, but they will be stakeholders. People will own tokens, they will be staking on networks, on nodes, running nodes themselves, earning passive income that way, and that's how people will be participating in the economy. That's just my take on it right now, and that take is pending. It always changes, so don't mark my words for some kind of professional. I'm just looking at all this stuff, and this is kind of seems to be a consistent pattern of all these projects having some kind of proof of stake mechanism in which you stake your tokens and you earn a percentage of that token back, and you earn passive income that way. And right now everything is cheap enough to be able to enter in and actually do pretty well on some of these staking platforms and on running nodes and things like that. And you can earn some good solid passive income if done right. In the future, I only think that's going to grow. However, maybe at some point it might plateau out and it might be more difficult. But until then, take advantage of this while you can. You can buy. So here's the Livepeer website. There's a 10-minute primer on it, and it's really good. It explains it very simply about the infrastructure costs of streaming video. Today, 80% of all internet bandwidth is consumed by video streaming. It's easy to understand why video is engaging, educational, illuminating, and empowering. Anyway, their marketing team did a really good job explaining what Livepeer is here on this. I will link this primer in the video description. But it basically just talks about how you can stake, how you can share the bandwidth on your computer and by running a node, and it looks pretty easy to run a node. It talks about the token and fee and reward type of structure setup, and then rounds and inflations, and then about how it's growing, and then how you can participate. Are you a video engineer, a cryptocurrency miner, or you can participate by holding and staking the token? I have a couple GPUs on my computer. I've been using it to mine some Ethereum. Doesn't really give me a whole lot of Ethereum. This might be a better use of my computer GPU power, so I'm gonna definitely look into this. This looks fun, fun to me anyway. Maybe not fun to everybody else, but they have a great website. It's very clean looking, very easy to navigate. They have their Reddit, their Discord server, Telegram, Twitter. I'm actually gonna follow them right now if I don't already follow them. Let me just take a quick look at their Twitter. You can follow me if you want, Eureka John 1. I get followers every day, and I get people deleting me every day. Maybe people don't like daily updates on new videos coming out, which I can understand. So there, I'm following Livepeer. For new followers on the project, the best place to start to get learning about Livepeer is through this helpful primer. Definitely something I'm interested. This type of project is right up my alley, just like that Audius project. I love these video streaming and audio streaming type of projects. That's just me and what I'm interested in. And I've mentioned this before, where for new people in the crypto space, they ask, where do you start? Well, just start with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then branch out from there. Do your research, learn a lot about projects. People say, well, isn't the key diversifying? Well, diversifying helps when you don't really know a lot about something. And that way you can kind of hedge all your bets while you learn. And then as you slowly grow and you learn in some kind of space, you will find yourself beginning to put all your eggs in certain baskets, and then your diversification becomes a little more and more less. as the more experience and education you get into something. And I'm finding that as well. At first, my crypto basket was like a million tokens of a whole bunch of different stuff. Every single thing that I researched, I immediately just bought some, just because I thought it was the coolest thing since sliced bread. And then I researched something else. I'm like, oh, wait a second, that pretty much does almost the same thing. It's like Pepsi and Coke. And then I'll have to figure out, oh man, I need to reallocate some stuff. So which is kind of what I've been doing, and I've been seeing my diversification in my crypto portfolio becoming less and less diversified as I learn more and more about certain projects and and finding my footing and my personality, my identity in a way, what I identify with, and the projects that I like and that I want to support. And there are some projects that I do like that I just don't necessarily like vibe with, and it's not something that while I'm totally down for other people jumping into it and following some other projects, it might not be something that's really my shtick. So it's okay, to each their own. So if you want to get Livepeer, so here they have all this stuff here, these videos, kind of like a video blog. So cool. I'm gonna jump in and learn a little more about Livepeer. I may or may not buy some, but it does seem to be the type of project that's right up my alley. I don't think that this project will conflict with Theta Network, as I believe, yes, they both work on shared bandwidth and type of edge node type of infrastructure, but this one is not client facing in the same way that Theta Network is, and Theta Network is looking to do a whole other gamut of stuff that Livepeer is not even trying to touch. So yeah, cool. So I don't think that they'll compete. And there's so much. I mean, there is right now like $300 trillion worth of assets in this world, and cryptocurrency may touch like a few billion of those assets, maybe 1 trillion of those assets. Cryptocurrency, that's Bitcoin and everything else. So I would not worry about any project trying to take over your pet project. If you are into Ethereum and you're worried about Cardano or Polkadot or something else, you shouldn't be, because there's plenty of space for everything. Even Bitcoin maxis, who sit around and just like completely dog anybody that invests in any other token besides Bitcoin. Why are you so worked up? Like seriously, there's $300 trillion worth of assets in this world, and cryptocurrency in general only has a tiny portion of it. There's plenty of room for everybody. So, I think Bitcoin is king, but there's plenty of other projects out there that you can experiment around with and find your interest and, jump into and participate in. There's lots of cool communities out there. So Radar Relay .tech, Radar Relay.radar.tech is a website. It's a decentralized trading exchange. I just found this last night. Let's see, Decrypt as well does a good little article on Livepeer. So let's go to Decrypt real quick, and I will show you where I found Livepeer. Not Livepeer, Radar Relay. Relay Radar. Let's just search the website here real quick. Search Decrypt, Livepeer. A lot of times I find this stuff just randomly. Okay, so what is Livepeer Grayscale's bet on streaming video? So this is how I found out about all the recent developments. It's published March 25th. Livepeer taps into distributed computers to handle resource-intensive and typically costly transcoding work for streaming videos. A Grayscale Livepeer Trust investment vehicle launched in March 2021. So this is basically the gist of it, but it kind of teaches you a little bit about Livepeer and how to stake it. I will link this article in the video description as well. So it's a pretty straightforward and to the point about what Livepeer does. Let me pull this one over here on this tab. Okay, so back to Radar Relay. It's a cool little exchange. I'm gonna check it out here. So you can trade, do margin trading, and I guess you can earn by liquidity pools. So let me just connect my wallet real quick here. MetaMask. Oh shoot, my MetaMask is busy with something else. Yeah, it's got something pending. Okay, so I will connect this wallet right here next to that. Okay. So while that's connecting, that doesn't show up on your screen, but so let me go over here and make sure the correct account is okay. So all right. Okay, so I want to trade, let's just say ETH. All right, so ETH, and I want to receive. So it gives you all these options here. So you can get wrapped ETH, wrapped Bitcoin, compound, maker, 0x, DAI, Psi, USDC. I didn't know Psi, you could still get Psi. Because Psi is the old maker token, and people have been swapping out Psi to get DAI. So interesting to see that. Anyway, Keep Network, TBTC, another kind of wrapped Bitcoin, USDC. So mainly a lot of stable coins here. Then they have Link, Basic Attention Token, Augur, and then Livepeer. So I want to trade ETH for Livepeer. So let me try connecting my wallet again. Okay, so I don't really have much in this wallet, so there's not a whole lot to show. I have 0.04 ETH, and you're probably going to run into the same typical gas prices. So I'm not trying to wrap Ether. Okay, so I'm going to have to look into this trading site a little bit. It's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I want to receive live token. So you got to wrap it first. Interesting. So 0.02. Okay, 1.459 light. Okay, so do not increase the gas price in your wallet. Increasing the gas price in your wallet during the trade confirmation process may cause the transaction to fail. Please do not change it. So let's see what this gas price is. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do this trade, obviously. The gas price right now is $29.37, but I just wanted to just click on there and see where it goes. I might load up on some more Ethereum to come back and do this, and look for a good place to jump in. But why Radar Relay? Trading cryptocurrencies shouldn't be complicated. Use Radar Relay to access the best prices in DeFi while maintaining control of your Ethereum assets and trading directly from your wallet. When you want, trade when you want, where you want, without a middleman. I don't see how this really differentiates from Uniswap or any other type of DEX, but smart DEX routing, buy and sell Ethereum tokens. I don't know. I'm just looking at this right now, so I don't really see. I guess it has DeFi lending on it. Any major thing that makes it stand out, but if you know what makes this stand out, let me know. But right off the bat, it doesn't scream out at me. All right, so yeah. That being said, I'm gonna get ready for work. Still got to make my smoothie and do that long ass commute. Today's Friday, so it'll be the weekend. I'm gonna try to put out this video I've been working on ARC network, and then I'm gonna do a video on audio, an Audius project, because I'm super hyped up about that. And like I said, I'm just following the stuff that I'm interested in. This is my channel and stuff I like. If some of the stuff I say is wrong or misrepresents some project that you like or are passionate about, sorry, man. I'm learning here just like you. So you can give me a thumbs up. I welcome that. I don't necessarily love the thumbs downs, but if that's the way you feel and you really want to go spread that negativity, you go right ahead. So, all right. You do you, man. I'm going to keep doing me, and I'm going to keep waking up every single morning and do this video and continue to document my learning process in this, regardless of thumbs down. So, all right, man. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, shit.